Hey guys, so today I am doing a speed drawing of the Little Mermaid. I was inspired to do this drawing because of Max Steffens and Always Disney Bound. They both have Instagram accounts and YouTube accounts, which I will be linking down below in the description. But when I was coloring this, I started off with the skin because that's the least amount of coloring that needs to be done, and then I will do the hair because that's the second least amount. But with the coloring, I used two colors that I always use, and then I used three that I usually don't use to hope that it doesn't look as pink of a skin tone. And I think I succeeded with that because it looks a lot nicer in my opinion. And so what I did is I used those colors and then I softened them with the lightest peach color, and then I went in and outlined the skin tone with the darker brown color, I guess you could call it. And ignore my hair because I was not realizing how low I was going. And so I was doing that, and right here I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to color the hair. So I was just doing little test swatches, I guess you could say. And so I started doing the hair. And if you guys are wondering how I used, so I got the idea from Max Steffens, and then I didn't want to do he did Aurora, and I didn't want to do Aurora. I can't speak. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, he drew Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. I didn't want to draw Aurora, so I decided to draw Ariel. And so I didn't know how to color Ariel. Well, I did. I just wanted a little help. So I went to Always Disney Bound and used that to help me. And so in the bottom left, you see that's the person who is Ariel in Disneyland, and so that's what I use as a reference to color Ariel. But right here I am coloring in Ariel's hair, and that little blob, I guess you could say, it's supposed to be a flower, but from far away it just kind of looks like a blob. But that's supposed to be a flower in her hair. And at first, when I was drawing her hair, I had it like really flat, and I didn't like it. So I redrew it. And then this, I think, is better than that, but I could have done it a little bit more wild. But it's still good. And so I used 3 different colors of red to color her hair, and to to make shadows and stuff like that. And so here I am again with this, making the skin a little bit better, and outlining it with the darker color again just to make it better. And then I'm going to the other side of the hair to color it. And I just want to say this real fast, but if I seem a little timid or choppy with talking, it's because this is my first time doing a voiceover, and I'm just trying to think of what to say as I'm talking, so I'm sorry if it sounds really weird to you guys, but I'm just learning, so bear with me. But anyways, so here I am testing out colors again for this time the dress. And so the first one I thought was okay, but I wanted it to be a little bit different, so I went with the second color swatch kind of thing. But to start off with coloring the dress, I just outlined everything, and right here there was a bump in my desk, and it was making the lines really weird on my dress, so I was just trying to fix that. But with the top, I just went in with the lightest blue. Then I went in again with the darkest blue to make the outlines and shadows. And the top of the dress is, I don't know if I, like, there's just something off about it that I don't really like how it ended up looking, but it's okay. I did my best. But then here I go again with the darker colors to make shadows again. And then here I am outlining the shadows for the bottom of the dress with my lightest color first. And then I just keep outlining those so it doesn't like look like they're just random lines. They're supposed to be kind of like shadows and stuff. But then so here I take the light blue and I'm coloring the dress. And if you're wondering how I make the like coloring like not look like there's like lines and stuff in the drawing, is I make like small circles with my colored pencil, and it helps it make it, instead of making it look like streaky and stuff, like it makes it look smooth and like finished, I guess you could say, like not rushed, like, if that makes any sense. But that's how I usually color big spaces, so it doesn't look all rushed and not neat and stuff. But I just continue doing that with the whole entire dress, and I would have to say the dress, like bottom portion, took me a while. I would have to say it took me to like maybe an hour or so, because the like time and effort so it looks good just takes a while. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, whoa, how do you condense it into 11 minutes? Well, I kind of got rid of a little bit, like you saw in that jump cut there, because I just figured since you get basically the big idea of it, you would understand that, like, you would understand if I didn't show you the whole entire thing, if that makes sense. But here I am going again with the darker color and outlining everything again and making it look more like a shadow instead of just lines. This part, I would have to say, like, adding the shadows and stuff maybe took 30 minutes or 40, somewhere around there. But like I said, the dress was the most time consuming, which makes sense. It's also the biggest, and it's also the most intimidated part I was worried about, because like I never really colored a dress in before, so I was just like, I don't want to mess this up, so I'm gonna make it perfect. And so I was really taking my time with it, just for that reason mainly, and because I don't want to make it look sloppy and stuff. And so I'm going in with the green color and going on top of the dark blue, so the dark blue isn't too dark, if that makes sense. And then here I am going back over it with the lightest blue, so it also again sorry, so it once again also doesn't like look so like just to blend the colors, and so the darker color doesn't look so harsh, and like harsh as in like there's this really light color and then this really dark color, if that makes sense. And so that's why I'm going over again with the light blue. And when I go over it with the smaller color, the smallest, oh my gosh, ugh, I can't speak, I'm sorry. When I go over the lightest color, I don't do it in circles because, and to my opinion, it makes the colors like blend too much, if that makes sense. So I just go with it, like I still make it go like flow with the whatever I'm coloring. So like with this, I made it color straight down. And so I just kept doing that for the whole entire dress, and after a while my hand did start to cramp because I was like pushing harder, and it just for a long amount of time, I could say. And then I'm going in with my darker colors again to make them more dark, and then here I'm making the like see-through kind of fabric on her arms. So I started with the peach color, and then I add the lightest blue color to make it like somewhat see-through, and then I'm coloring in that shell on her top dress and the purple flower in her hair, and then I'm going in with my black. And at first I was just gonna outline only like the outside of, oh wait, no, sorry, I'll get to that in a second. I don't even know what process I'm doing, but I did like the under layer of her dress with the lightest blue, and then I went over it again with the base color of her main dress. And then now I'm going in with the black and adding an outline just to make it more cartoony, I guess you could say. I don't know. Or more like finished. I don't know. But so at first I was just gonna do only the outline of it, but then I was like, maybe I should also do the inside just so it looks like less like I was just like randomly doing it, I guess. I don't know. But just to make it look not less, oh my gosh, to make it look more finished. So I ended up doing that. And how I did it on the dress, sorry, brain fart. For the dress, I made it so it was like the bigger parts of the folds, like not every single tiny shadow I did in black. I only did in the big folds, as you can see now. And then here we go with the ending, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this as much as I did. Well, enjoyed the drawing as much as I did. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!